If you're looking to sell or for fast and reliable Madden coins, check out my sponsor 5mmo.com and use code WINNER7 for 5% off at checkout.
Confident where you think that these guys can't beat you, you could do anything. But if you're Spoto, you're feeling good. If you're Boogz, all the pressure's on you. You do not want to go 0-2.
This an interesting battle between the oldest player in the tournament and the youngest player in the tournament as they kick off this second game of Group B.
Boogz going to get the ball first here. Again, we're going to see that bunch. You're going to see Gurley in motion. If he motions out wide, it's that verticals play. If he motions to the solo side, it's going to be a drag across the field. We'll see if Spoto's able to stop that because that is Boogz' favorite, two favorite plays.
Something else interesting I was thinking about was because they're playing these games in such quick succession, you don't really have time to scout the game plan from the other person.
Oh yeah, that was unavailable for Spoto. He does not know that's Boogz' game plan. Unless he's watched him play on stream previously and he's seen that, he's unaware.
Unlike the clubs where you might have had a full day where you could scout and figure out how to defend, it's all on the fly here in the Madden 19 challenge.
Something of note, both players have burned a timeout before we've even snapped the play here. So interesting, we'll see how that plays out the rest of the half.
Boogz looking for certainly a different result than his first game against Canes, looking to get off to a good start. There's that motion from Gurley. Dropping back. Look at great defense downfield, forcing him to chuck it out of bounds. And early, the defense from Spoto coming up big.
That's the best defense I've seen against that play so far. Canes had a whole game against it. Didn't play that type of coverage in his game at all. Spoto comes out very first play, has great coverage out there, and is able to force a 2nd and 10, 3rd and 5 after the carry from Fournette.
If you're in Boogz' shoes after that loss in the first game, is there any thought of changing up the game plan, maybe mixing in the run a little more?
No, I don't believe so because he was right there. There's a couple things defensively I felt that, let him down with the missed tackle from Dion, the user where he didn't animate. A couple of things defensively is what cost him that game, in my opinion. I don't think he has to change too much offensively. I felt he played an okay offensive game.
3rd and 5, looking for anybody. Has a man down the field. That's Boyd, who makes a tough catch into coverage. It looked like it could be going the other way. Instead, it's a first down for Boogz.
It's the same start as last game. Boogz threw that same route in coverage and was able to bring it down and continue his drive. And the same thing here. A pass that was in traffic, but fortunately for him, he was able to catch it, and it gets him a first down. With that being said, that play does not look like it's going to be open at all today, so he's going to have to switch that up against Spoto.
It's been a groundhog day here in the Madden 19 Challenge corner route.
Great play, great mix up there from Boogz. He realizes early that the motion drag to Gurley, that play is not going to be successful against Spoto. And he's going to switch it up early in the game and make Spoto really have to guess on defense.
First down and 10 for Boogz in business at the 35-yard line. Showing that bunch formation through to the right side. Julio Jones had a tough first game. He's wide left. Dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll look underneath to the tight end, James. Pick up a couple, cut it to a 2nd down and 4. A problem for, you mentioned Spoto. He's a guy who plays with a lot of energy. He's a guy that when he gets down, he plays with even more energy, and he's talking a lot. You got to think Boogz is hoping to take that early lead and use that against him.
Yeah, especially because Spoto, at this point, he's feeling like Boogz got lucky on this first drive. Boogz comes out, gets 7. Spoto, it might be on tilt early in this game. Broken tackle there from Fournette.
You're seeing already Boogz mixing up a little bit. He's 2 carries for Fournette. I think Fournette got his 2nd carry in the 3rd quarter in the first game.
Yeah, change the game plan, and it could be something he sees early defensively. Spoto trying to take away, his favorite passing play. Let me go ahead and mix up this run, make him have to focus on this run and maybe get a little bit of easier passing lanes down the field.
First down and 10 inside the red zone. Play clock running down. Looking to pass on first down once again. Looks over the middle of the field. That's Julio Jones with the catch. Near the first down marker to the 11-yard line, getting the star receiver involved early.
Yep, Julio looking to make a bigger impact on this game than he did in the Canes game. Sets up a 2nd and 2 from the 11. Red zone opportunity here for Boogz. Looking to get 7 and establish his dominance early in this one versus Spoto.
2nd down and 2. Will we see more Fournette inside the 15-yard line? Looking to throw it on 2nd down. Waiting. Nobody open. Rolls out left side, trying to make something happen. He'll just chuck it out of bounds. While that may come off as a lost play problem, it's a smart move to not force something and maybe turn into a turnover.
Yeah, smart play from Boogz. Great coverage from Spoto right there, and he's played great coverage on this drive overall, in my opinion. And we'll see if that continues on this 3rd and 2. This might be an audible to a run here. Look for Fournette on a run.
Spreading out the DBs, 3 wide set. It is indeed Fournette trying to get to the edge, and he picks up the first down to the 6-yard line, and early the rushing offense from Boogz setting the tone.
Yeah, and if I'm playing Boogz, I know he wants to run bunch. So anytime he audibles to a formation other than bunch, and I've never seen him, pass the ball out of there, I'm just assuming inside zone, halfback base, something of that nature. So Spoto, will see if he picks up on that tendency going forward. Again, he's not in bunch. He's in a heavy formation. It's going to be a run here to Gurley.
And this jumbo near formation, hands it off to Gurley. Fights through the tackle, picks up what they'll say is 2. They're going to hurry back to the line. Try to keep Spoto in this formation. They like running against it. 4 down linemen.
Yeah, one of the best formations this year to run on short yardage. We'll see if Spoto has any defense for it. Gurley bottled up right there, only able to pick up 1 yard and forces a 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Do we see a 3rd rushing play from Boogz here, knowing he got stopped the first 2 times?
You're definitely going to see a run if he comes out in that formation. I can't see him passing out of there. He's just not that type of player. He's not going to go out and mix up his game in that sense.
I think it might be 4 down territory as well. Don't want to take a field goal here.
Yeah, look for a toss here from Boogz. Goes quarterback sneak
doesn't get in. Gets the 1-yard line, hurries back to the line, and now an opportunity for Spoto to get a huge momentum swinging play.
And I just noticed he does not have toss in his audibles. It's actually a power run. So toss not being there is big. We'll see what he comes out in goal line right here. As you can see, his audibles there, power G, quarterback sneak, and whatnot.
Scoreless at the end of the first quarter, as Boogz just marching down the field. Got the ball to start the game and hasn't given it up. He is a yard away, but only 1 down to do it. Can he punch it in for the first score of the game? Goal line set, quarterback sneak. Deshaun Watson, he wants some more. Into the end zone, picking up 6.
Yeah, huge drive there from Boogz. Took the whole first quarter and is able to put 7 points on the board here, as Janikowski's kick looks up and good, unless it is blocked, of course. But Spoto has to respond now. He played great in his first game, won by the max point differential, but now faces a little bit of adversity, and he's down 7 early in this game.
As the kick is away, we're going to get to see Spoto with the ball. Rico, he's hanging out in the players' lounge, hearing some people might not be too happy out there. What's going on, Rico?
Yeah, we're here in the players' lounge, and word on the street has it that there are people who are a little disappointed about the energy or lack thereof here in the players' lounge. Crush, why are you guys sleeping?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know.
Drini, I actually had to wake you up 6 minutes ago. Talk to us. Why aren't you excited here?
I mean, no one's tournament life is really on the line right now, so I guess we're not really into it. But I feel like in single elimination, like when, you know, winner go home, you know, we're going to tune in, we're going to, like, lock in and just.
Does Beast Mode agree with you?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him since.
Since he got put out.
Yeah.
So people's tournament lives are on the line. Aha! And Kiv, what's going on? Do you have a pillow? Are you about to actually take a full-fledged nap?
Yeah, probably. These games are just kind of boring.
All right, there you have it. We need to see a little bit more excitement. Tell them to air it out. Spoto, Boogz, let's go.
Rico, you don't have to say people were saying. I was saying. I said everybody back there looking a little sleepy. But it's group play, man. It's a little bit of a grind early in the tournament.
Yeah, it is, and I disagree with their tournament life being on the line. You can't say that to Boogz nor JS the Best, who are both 0-1 right now. You know, if they go 0-2, you know, that's definitely not good for them. So we'll see what happens. These guys are going to have to play tomorrow. You know, we'll see if they are 0-1 and they feel the same way about their tournament life not being on the line.
All I want from now on is every time we need to put somebody on the spot for an answer, go ahead and ask Crush. He's cool under pressure. With the answer to why he looks so sleepy is Philip Lindsay with the rush on second down, cut it to a 3rd and 2. Problem we saw on first down, a deep pass. Boogz comes over with the safety, and this time he actually makes the play, doesn't make the mistake like the first game.
Yeah, great tackle there. 3rd and 2 now for Spoto. Prescott back there with Lindsay in the backfield. We'll see what is, again, 3rd downs tell you a lot. They tell you what your opponent's favorite play is.
A rush right up the middle, a mistake, and it's thrown away, incomplete pass. As it's going to set up a 4th and 2, the Boogz defense getting after it here in the second quarter after using the whole first quarter on offense.
Yeah, great defense here from Boogz. You know, if he gets a stop here, that's huge. And he got stuck on a D lineman there, and he vacates his assignment, and you see Spoto noticed that immediately. He peeled off with his D tackle, and he was able to scramble for a 1st down. 1st and 10, Spoto. Drive continues. Lindsay on the carry here.
Punches that ball out. Nope, he's down. They're going to call him down. Only 8 yards on the play. Establishing that run early from Spoto.
Yep, 2nd and 2, short yardage. Spoto. He's more balanced than what we've seen with Canes and Boogz as far as willing to run the ball, and you're seeing it pay off. He sets up a 2nd and 2 here. I believe he just drew Boogz off sides, picked up a cheap 1st down. You know, nothing better than a cheap 1st down, you know, where you don't even have to, you know, make a decision, make a read. Just go ahead and simply fake snap him because he's on that aggressive pass rush.
No read necessary. It's a free 5 yards. He's trying to get Philip Lindsay going up the middle, and finally Boogz' defense able to collapse on the inside, make sure that he picks up 1.
Yeah, but you see Lindsay 5 for 29. You know, that average, you can deal with that. You can deal with that. You don't want to get away from your run game just because of 1 stop. And now it's a 2nd and 9. He is going to pass the ball here, it looks like. See if he can come up with a dot.
Those 3 wide receivers over to the right side.
A little deep fork combo here.
And he's got him. It's Julio Jones with the catch, but the defense comes over and makes a play, and Spoto 0 for 3 passing the ball.
Yeah, Julio Jones just has to come up with that. When you have a 97 overall team MVP, Julio Jones, you need him to catch that ball, especially when you see guys like Derrick Henry out there snagging footballs. We need Julio Jones to come down with that. 3rd and 9.
Put some respect on that Julio name. 3rd and 9. Dak Prescott looks left side. That's Foster with the catch. Look to strip that ball free, but Foster with the sure hands picks up the 1st down for Spoto.
Yeah, big play there for Spoto. Sets up a 1st and 10 red zone opportunity here. And if you go ahead and look at the play clock and the game clock, you'll see that the game clock's a little bit faster, and he's able to take this to the 2-minute warning. get his guys that are fatigued. Look on the screen. They're all fatigued. His receivers are all orange and red, meaning that they're tired. They're more at risk of fumbling the ball, especially because you're in this red zone spot. You don't want to dump a drag to a receiver that's tired. You don't want to hand it off to a running back that's tired. It's smart to take that to the 2-minute warning for multiple reasons.
And for those of us out there that play a lot of maybe franchise mode, play quick games, fatigue doesn't really come into play, but here in MUT, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it definitely does come into play. You don't want to run Lindsey into a safety when he's tired, get hit stick, give up that ball in such a crucial spot here.
1st and 10, handoff to Lindsey, hurdle, can't quite get there. Let's throw it over to Rico for a game break. Rico, what's going on in our other game?
All right, well, they were battling it up. It was 3-3, but Canes went up top, 45-yard touchdown. He's taking control of this game, 10-3.
10-3 in that ball game. Canes looking to start out 2-0 in Group B. How about Derrick Henry coming up with a catch? We made fun of him early because he didn't make those plays. As here in our game, stuffed on 2nd and 2. It's going to be a 3rd and 2, but Derrick Henry, he's been the MVP for Canes.
Yes, he has. Derrick Henry, huge touchdown there against JS. And now similar to Boogz' first drive where he had to grind out a red zone opportunity, Spoto having to do the same thing. And this is the difference in top-tier games when you got the elite players going at each other. Can you finish drives? 7s will win you games. 3s will lose you games. Can Spoto punch this in on 3rd and 2?
Fullback handoff to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez fights through the tackle, driving the leg, showing the muscle, and picking up a big touchdown. Looking to tie this game up with the extra point. It is up, it is good, and with a minute and a half till halftime, it's all square.
7-all, both grind drives here. Boogz taking 5 minutes off the clock. Spoto taking 3:30 off the clock. Now, if you're Boogz with 1:30 remaining in the half, again, you just want to make this the last possession. You have the advantage if you can go into the half up points. Don't give the ball back to Spoto right here and let him get any more points in this half.
But the way these two drives has gone, I'm going to set the over-under at 7.5 for total number of drives we're going to see in this game. Both these guys trying to use that ball control and use as much clock as they can. Let us know in the chat. Over-under 7.5. Problem, what do you think?
I'm gonna say over. I look for the game to speed up just a little bit in the second half as they found ways to beat each other's defense. I think that it'll speed up a little bit in the second half as far as that goes. 2nd and 3 here for Boogz.
Dropping back to pass on 2nd down and sitting down is Deshaun Watson as Floyd comes around the edge, and it's the first time we've been able to see this Spoto defense get after the quarterback.
And if you're Boogz, you're in a tricky spot because you snap this ball and you don't get it, you're gonna have to punt the ball. Like you have to punt the ball to Spoto. So do you clock it down? And he's choosing to do that. Spoto didn't decide to use a timeout, so you're gonna see Boogz clock this all the way down to 1. Hopefully get a first down if you're him.
3rd down and 12, hoping to pick this up here. Rolling left side, nobody open, then looking to the sidelines, trying to keep his feet in bounds, but he didn't, just drifted out of bounds, and it's gonna force a punt from Boogz.
Yeah, a big punt coming up, but in MUT draft, opposed to salary cap, we have punters that are on these rosters, so which is a beautiful thing when you have to punt. So King out here to punt this ball as far as he can. We'll see where he ends up, where the ball ends up.
As the kick is away, out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And big shout out to all our punters out there. Probably giving some love to the special teams.
Yeah, for sure. It's for sure. You have to punt there. So, you know, King comes on the field, punts it to Spoto's 30-yard line, and Spoto, with just 23 seconds left, he's going to try to get 3 here to close the half. He does get the ball at the half, so, you know, 23 seconds left, not the most time, but he has 2 timeouts, delivers a dot on 1st down.
Finding Foster over the middle. take one of those timeouts. I'll be honest, most of it is I just don't want Pat McAfee mad at me because that guy, I mean, there are a lot of people that could beat me up, but Pat McAfee could really do it. As they're just outside of field goal range at the 48-yard line. Looking to take a lead into the half and get the advantage of taking the ball.
Look for Julio on the corner route here. He's going to try to sit back, sit in the pocket. Boogz takes it away perfectly. Great defense from Boogz. Good user there.
8 seconds, throws it out of bounds. So 8 seconds left. He still has that one timeout. So still an opportunity to get something relatively quickly down the field.
Yeah, definitely time for Spoto. You have to throw this ball, 12 to 15 yards here to set yourself up with a realistic chance. Boogz, you know that, so you can play a little bit, better pass coverage on those type of routes. He's using her in the streak here. Peels off. Great defense from Boogz to close the half. And we're headed to half 7-all.
Halftime here in the feature game. It is all square, 7-7.
It is.
A very evenly matched game here at game number 2 of Group B. We got a little bit of bonus coverage to get to. If you're over on, you were over on Mixer, you'd be watching this game. Right now, Canes up 17-3 as they're just about at the 2-minute warning. So problem, Canes coming off that win in the first game, really showing dominance here against JS the Best.
Yeah, Canes off to a good start here in this one too, 17-3, with 2:01 left in the half. Looking to go 2-0, that would be big for Canes.
JS taking a shot right side, one-on-one with Cooks, and it's picked off, going the other way. As that was Jackson with the pick. I believe Adoree Jackson comes up with a pick on the right side. It's not looking good for JS, trying to get to 1-1.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all. I told you this would be the most interesting game, in my opinion, to see how he bounced back from a big loss. So him coming out here and being down 14 early, definitely not the start he's looking for. But with that being said, you can always turn it around.
And how about a turn right there as Canes gives it right back, return up near the 20-yard line, calm down at the 24. Aeneas Williams with the pick and a look of bewilderment on the face of Canes.
Yeah, a little bit too confident in his pass and attack, a little bit too cocky of a player there from Canes. You don't have to go down the field every play. And that's something that I've talked to him about personally. He's a great passer, but at times you can pass yourself into bad spots. And right there, up 14 before the half, just make it the last drive. All the pressure's on him to stop you. There's no need to force anything down the field.
So just when it looked like Canes was going to be able to put the nail in the coffin, maybe go up 3 scores, a mistake on the next play, and all of a sudden JS with a touchdown here is right back in this ball game. Only a 2-score lead. Smith taking the snap, rolling out left side, looking for some love, throwing back to the right side, looking for Eckler, who makes the catch in coverage, and it's back to a 1-score ball game. Turnovers turning into points.
Yeah, big 7 points there coming up for JS. Cuts it to a 7-point lead, 1:14 left in the half. Canes probably kicking himself at this point.
And now for Canes, you're gonna get the ball back here, plenty of time, 2 timeouts left, but in the back of your mind, you just threw an interception on the last drive.
Yeah, and I've gone through the same thing he's gone through.
You've thrown interceptions before?
Oh, for sure.
Are you sure?
For sure. I'm definitely not the best passer, but I've gotten into situations where I've been up and thrown a pick and then the same spot. But if you're Canes, you can't get down on yourself. You put yourself up 14 early. Go back to what was working and get more points on this scoreboard.
Listen, problem, we'll play one-on-one, and I'll show you how some interceptions are thrown. Looking for Diggs deep down the field. Did he get it in bounds? He did indeed. And all of a sudden, Canes back in business on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, a quick 40-yard pass there gets Canes in scoring distance already. And again, you don't have to score 7 here if you're Canes. Don't get caught up in trying to force anything. If I'm in this spot, I'm running the ball. I'm taking this ball to the half if I can, up 20-10. I'm okay with that. Again, the Madden game is a short game. A 2-score lead is huge in these type of ball games.
And an intentional grounding. We've seen a rash of intentional grounding penalties here only in the first 2 groups, and that one, a big play, is it's a 15-yard loss.
Run the ball, Canes. If there's anything I could tell Canes, run the ball going forward. It'll put yourself in better spots. Right there, he just takes himself out of field goal range, and it makes for a tougher second down.
Hit as he throws, it's picked off, and JS in business with the ball as Anthony Barr makes the pick. The pressure getting to Otto Graham, who might be wishing he stayed retired after that play.
Yeah, big play for JS, and ever since we tuned into this game, JS has played great. He's got 2 stops, cut the lead to 7, and has the ball here looking to cut into the lead and get at least 3 here before half.
So you're welcome, JS, for the bonus coverage.
No. That's Kane. Kane should say you're welcome because he doesn't want to run the ball. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Alex Smith at the helm. Yeah, he's got Calvin Ridley right side in that slot. Brandon Cooks on the outside. That's a lot of speed on the right side of that formation for JS. Even a field goal here probably would be a win.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because you were in a spot where Canes was in field goal range already, and there's a laser to Cooks. Broken tackle all the way down to the 27-yard line, and he takes his 2nd timeout. You're happy with a field goal here.
We're joining this game midway. I'm wondering how JS was down 17-3 the way he's played in this last 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's looked good. Offensively, he's made every read. There's players wide open on these few pass plays that we've seen. JS settling into his rhythm now. 1st and 10, has a ton of time with a timeout remaining here. Kane sending a blitz, wide open underneath.
That is Ricky Seals-Jones with the catch. Doesn't get out of bounds. JS, he's going to use that last timeout. 34 seconds left, 17 yards from a tie ball game.
Yep. It's a decision that Madden players have to make all the time. Do you spend that timeout right there, or you go hurry up? He decides to call timeout immediately upon being tackled. We'll see how it works out for him. It's 2nd and 1. Look for the backside dig route to Cooks on this play.
Going out left side. Good pressure from Canes' defense. 5 of 15, 116. Okay, I figured out why he was down by 2 scores.
I was just about to say the same thing. Yeah, I think we figured it out. He hasn't had anything open throughout the game until we got here. And Alex Smith has found a couple receivers down the field, got a touchdown already, and he's looking to get another one before the half and tie this ball game up.
I mean, the big difference has been 2 interceptions in the final 2 minutes from Canes, giving some extra opportunities to JS at 0-1, needing a win badly after getting dominated in the first game by Spoto. Rolling out left side, Smith's got a lot of room, but he waits. He's going to throw it back across his body. He's got Brandon Cooks falling forward to the 1-yard line, 19 seconds left and counting.
What an interesting throw. I didn't even see that coming. I thought there's no doubt about it. He's throwing that ball away. He delivers a strike. 1st and goal from the 1, but the clock is moving.
No, Alex Smith says move this. He's into the end zone. JS an extra point away from tying it up. 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, what a comeback in the 2nd quarter. JS coming back strong. 17 all with just 8 seconds left in the first half. And if you're Canes, you just got to be smarter with the ball. You got to take care of the football in these games, especially against this type of competition. These guys are here for a reason. You can't go out there and afford to throw the ball away.
So just like that, assuming nothing crazy happens here in the next 8 seconds, assuming he doesn't take this knee to the house, we're going to have 2 games, both of them tied up.
Yeah, with huge implications on the line.
But remember, they said in the back of the players' laps, these games, nobody's on the line right now, problem. Are you refuting that?
Yeah, definitely. Those guys in the backstage, they don't know what they're talking about. Until they're in that spot and they're 0-1, they'll know that feeling.
Halftime in both of these games, 17-17 over in the other game. You can check that out, mixer.com/Madden. Here in our game, Boogz and Spoto, they're tied at 7. Second half underway, 10 minutes away from getting a whole lot more information here in Group B.
Yeah, we're going to have a ton of information. Is there going to be a 2-0? Is there going to be a 0-2? Is everyone going to be 1-1? We'll find out soon.
It's been a while since we've been over here with Boogz and Spoto. That bonus coverage, a lot of action over there. But going into halftime, 7-7, both players are probably feeling pretty good about where they are.
Yeah, I think that they both were successful on their initial drives. The end of the half, I don't really count those as, unsuccessful drives. You're limited. You're really limited on time, so that happens a lot. Both players shouldn't switch up their game plan much as far as offense goes, and we'll see what happens. The Boogz came out strong right there, stopped them for a loss of 1 on first down.
7-7 the score. If you're out there, put your 1s in the chat. If you think Boogz is going to come away with a win, put your 2s out there. If you think it's going to be Spoto moving to 2-0 as 2 early rushes from Lindsey. We saw some success running the ball from Spoto early in the game, but Boogz has really clamped down.
Yeah, 2 carries for a loss of 1 here to start the second half. Spoto forced the pass here. Boogz knows it. Going to sit in some good coverage. Hopefully get pressure from his D-line in this big nickel.
3rd and 11. Spoto looking to start off the half on the right foot. Looks left side, tight coverage. He'll be taken down to the 30-yard line. Picks up 6. Cuts it to a 4th and 5.
Yeah, he got more than half there. 4th and manageable if you're Spoto. All of these players have a 4th and 5 play, and he's going to have to go to it right here. This is big, because if you don't get this, Boogz is already going to be in field goal range and looking to take the lead.
Big 4th down, own 30-yard line. He's got Dak Prescott at the helm, Philip Lindsay on his left hip. Up for Julio in the slot, dropping back, looking for him. That's Julio, and a big defensive play by Boogz as a hit stick from Jackson pries the ball out of Julio's hands. A turnover on downs, and every mistake that Boogz made in that first game, he's making up for it now.
Yeah, great defense there from Boogz. All you want is a shot to get that, jar that ball loose, and he's able to do that. Julio unable to come up with the catch. And again, if I'm in that spot and Julio's on my team, I need him to come up with that. But if I'm Boogz, I need that hit stick to jar the ball free too. So I see both sides. Boogz able to get the stop.
And now a short field for Boogz on 1st and 10. Looks over left side. That's Todd Gurley. Haven't heard a lot from him today as he hits the end zone, or as he hits the near the 1st down marker. As we look to the players launch, hey, problem, is that how you'd be scouting your opponents right now?
No, definitely not. If I was in there scouting, definitely want to see their tendencies, see what they're doing on both sides of the ball, so I know if we have to match up later down the road.
That's not scouting. That looks like napping.
Yeah, a couple of those guys have belts in the MCS era, and I don't, so maybe they know more than I do.
Those belts might make you sleepy. 2nd and 1. Watson dropping back. Looks over right side. Tight throw to Boyd. Makes the catch. Problem? I'm going to keep saying it. That was a dot. That's a touchdown for Boogz.
Yeah, I agree. That was a rack egg. It's considered a dot this year. Great throw, great read from Boogz. Gets a touchdown lead here against Spoto. And this is our first time seeing Spoto down in the second half. And we're going to see how he bounces back.
How about Boogz utilizing a little downfield offense? It's all coming off that turnover on downs. 4th and 5. Boogz makes the play defensively and is able to turn that into 7.
Yeah, beautiful play from Boogz. Great offense, and that's what I expect out of him. I expect him to always make the right read, because that's just the type of player he is. Defensive, side of the ball isn't his specialty, but he was able to come out and get a stop. And his run defense looks great right now in the second half. Yeah, Spoto unable to do anything on the ground.
I'm pretty sure Philip Lindsay had 23 yards on his first 4 carries. He's only got 36 now on 10.
Yeah, that average is dwindling down.
So that's a pretty good clamp down as he finds Davis on the right side. There's a low pass back inside. Vernon Davis, the former 49er, coming up with the catch. And here down 7 is Spoto trying to cut into this lead. First drive, Spoto got the ball to start the second half and ended up turning the ball over on downs. Looking to make up for that one. As he looks over to the left side, spin move by Jones. He'll get past the 50, inside the 45 to the 41-yard line.
Great read from Spoto. Taking his underneath, not forcing anything down the field, getting the ball in your playmaker's hands, and Julio, spin move up the field. Beautiful play from Spoto, 1st and 10.
Of course, here at the Madden Challenge MUT draft mode, that's why you're seeing some of your favorite players in different uniforms. As Dak deep down the field looking for Davis, can't connect as it's incomplete. And as you look at the MUT draft, you're seeing a lot of these different players problem, but you're seeing also a lot of players who aren't in the league anymore, these legends coming into play.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about MUT draft to me, and MUT in general. One of the things that drew me to, the mode is being able to match your favorite players that are currently in the NFL with your favorite players from the past, the legends that are in the game. Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders. You're getting those guys on a team with Aaron Rodgers. That's the coolest part of MUT and MUT draft, and I'm definitely a fan of it.
20-round draft for these guys building this team. Looking to pick up a belt here at the Madden Challenge. Prescott right side rolling. Uh-oh, hit as he throws. That's a mistake, and Boogz says, give me that, and he's got room. Past Prescott, he's to the 40, he's to the 30. Kelsey, you don't got the speed to catch him. Boogz hurdling his way into the end zone. A 2-score lead and a great start to the half.
And Boogz giving him that death stare, taunting into the end zone, knowing that he's playing somebody who doesn't handle his emotions as good as others. He's really trying to get under his skin. When you see someone taunt, give you that stare, it's personal.
Prancing and dancing his way into the end zone. Dare I say, he's got his Boogzy on. I'm so sorry. Everybody left. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you can say that.
21-7, Boogz on top. And now Spoto, he's got to contain that urge to get him too emotionally involved, make some rash decisions. There's plenty of time left in this game.
Plenty of time, but Spoto, it doesn't look to be, high-powered on offense to where he's just going to strike in a fast manner. As you see him come out here and run the ball and pick up 5, Boogz going to give that up now. Boogz willing to give up the run, move that clock, being up 14 late in this game.
Here we go, 46.
Under a minute to go in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, this is game 2 of Group B. Boogz coming in 0-1, Spoto coming in 1-0. Rolling out left side, and I've been impressed by Boogz' defense in both these first games. I know the first one didn't go as he wanted to, but defensively he's played very strong.
Yeah, definitely played strong, and again, that hasn't been his MO in the past as far as defense goes. He's known as an offensive player. And then seeing Spoto hang 49 on JS coming into this game, I thought that Spoto was going to come out here and put up some points. But seeing him only get 7 thus far, it's been tough. It's been tough, and he's going to have to switch up something here if he wants to pull out this win late in this game.
Nice pass, Vernon Davis right side.
Fumble.
But strips it out, the user strip, and we're going the other way. The second turnover from Spoto. Tremaine Edmonds picks up the fumble, and the wheels on the bus, they've just fallen off at this point.
Definitely, and Vernon dropping that ball after that big play. If you're Spoto, you're thinking, dang, I just got a first down. It's been, it's been tough to come by. And to put that ball on the ground there and have a fumble, that's even tougher. And now he finds himself in a horrible spot, being down 21-7 without the ball. Look for Boogz to run the clock here.
Now with the ball at midfield and a 2-score lead. Looking to pour it on. looks left side, and it's been Boyd all day in this second game. He's been looking for him nonstop.
Definitely, Boyd has come up with some big catches for Boogz throughout this group stage. And right there, another big catch, because it puts him in field goal range already. Clock is his friend. And at the very least, as long as he doesn't make a big mistake and turn the ball over, he's going to be up 3 scores at the end of this drive.
Hand off to Fournette. Big hole, spin move, pick up the first down, and keep it rolling. As Scott would say, put your 4s in the chat. 21-7. Boogz on top heading into the fourth quarter.
Huge bounce back for Boogz, coming off that loss to Canes, seeing how he responded. Great.
The 2019 Madden Challenge. It's brought to you by Bose, the official sound of the Madden NFL 19 Championship Series. They've got their tunes playing, trying to keep their head in the game, and right now, the edge clearly on Boogz' side.
Yeah, it definitely is, and Boogz facing a 2nd and 14 here. Look for 2 more runs here to take off another minute plus and just really put the pressure on Spoto to have to get aggressive. And again, when you have to get aggressive like that, by the way, Boogz not in bunch, he's running the ball.
Richmond,
14-point lead. Using as much clock as he can. Looks like he's going to throw the ball. 4-man rush from Spoto. Gets to Watson, and a risky call there. Looking to air it out inside the red zone. Certainly could have been a fumble.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to, outsmart Spoto right there. He audible to something other than bunch and try to run vertical. So looking for a run commit there if you're Boogz. Spoto did not run commit and was able to stop him 3rd and 14.
Showing that bunch formation right side like he has all day long. We're going to throw it once again. Good pressure in the middle. Looks back of the end zone for Boyd. Just can't get it there. And for Boogz, he ends up trying to throw the ball twice on this drive. Doesn't use a lot of clock, but with a field goal here, he's still going to have a 3-score lead.
Yeah, still makes it 3 scores. I would much rather have it, at 3 minutes and 19 seconds than 4 minutes and 19. But we all play differently. Boogz takes a couple chances, settles for 3. The kick looks to be up and good if he doesn't get it blocked here.
Waiting it out, trying to mess up the timing, as that kick is indeed up and good. That's why Problem's the GOAT. He knew it right away through the uprights. 24-7 the score, and perhaps for Boogz, knowing that he lost the first game, knowing he was at a ended up minus 10, minus 13, trying to get that touchdown to get that point differential better.
Yeah, it could be that, but at the end of the day, you have to win the game. Right there, he could have threw a pick on one of those plays, and really gave Spoto a chance to come back. But ultimately, he's up 17. He's in a very good spot, looking to close out this game. And this goes back to what I said in the first game. If you're Spoto, you don't want to lose by max point differential. But in his special case, since he won by the max, he can, I guess you could say he can afford to lose by that, but you still don't want to. We'll see if he could get some points here late in the game.
You don't want to give up that huge advantage by winning by max points in the first round over JS the Best. A reminder, guys, JS the Best in Kane. That's going on over on Mixer, mixer.com/Madden. You can check that out. We're here with Boogz and Spoto, and after Spoto put up 49 on JS, he's been stymied by the Boogz defense today. He looks middle of the field. That's Vernon Davis. Hold on to the ball, Vernon. Don't fumble it this time inside the red zone.
Red zone opportunity for Spoto. Has to hurry it up here, go fast, take some shots in the end zone, get a touchdown, and see if he can get a stop. He still has timeouts remaining. There is an onside kick as an option if he wants to do that, as he throws it up and it's broken up by Boogz. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 coming up for Spoto.
All you watching on Twitch, make sure to link your Twitch account to earn Madden Twitch drops throughout the show. Certainly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Madden Challenge 3-day event, plenty of action to come. Open receiver, that's Foster on the left side. Nobody over there, picks up a good chunk of yards, sets up a 3rd and short.
Yep, 3rd and inches coming up. Would have loved to get out of bounds there if you're Spoto. Unfortunately, he didn't. He's going to go ahead and run inside zone. Great spin move there, inside the 5, setting up a 1st and goal.
Just a dirty spin move from Lindsey. Picking up the 1st down and trying to hurry up offense. Needs a little bit of a miracle here. Hands off to Lindsey. Didn't fall for the spin move that time. Tremaine Edmonds with the tackle.
Definitely didn't. It's great defense from Boogz. Clock moving. Boogz in dominant position here, up 17 on Spoto. 2:43 remaining in the game.
It's got to be a big weight off the chest of Boogz to be up by this much, especially after losing that 1st game.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. I'm interested to see the score update in the other games to see, you know, what needs to happen in game 3 for all these guys to advance.
13 carries, 36 yards. Again, he was first couple carries, it was 8 yards, 7 yards. And since then, Boogz has clamped down on the running game.
Yeah, he was averaging 6+ yards a carry at one point. Now it's, you know, all the way down. Boogz stepped up on defense. And right here, we'll see what Spoto decides to do. If he's going to go for it rather than take his points for point differential. You'd rather go for this.
Leading a touchdown, looking middle of the end zone. Tip, drop, couldn't come up with a catch, and the defense from Boogz has been the story here in game 2, keeping Spoto out of the end zone. But you know, 1:59 to go. He's not going to be taking knees. He's going to be looking to put more points on the board.
Yeah, he's looking to get that max. And if I'm Spoto there, I feel like you have to take 3. You have to take 3 and cut it to a 14-point game. And hope to even, you know, cut into it more rather than giving Boogz a chance to get the max point differential.
Spoto thinking about the point differential as well, taking that time out. Even if he doesn't win this game, able to get the ball back, maybe put a field goal on the board, a touchdown on the board to cut into that point differential. So important for tiebreakers here in the very competitive Group B. 2nd down and 4. For Boogz, up 17. Interior pressure once again from Spoto. Looks over right side, that's Boyd. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. And how about the play from Tyler Boyd? You see Julio Jones, you see Todd Gurley. I think a lot of people thought Tyler Boyd would be the one making plays.
Yeah, Boyd making a ton of plays in this game. 5 receptions for 93 yards. Huge day for him. Unsung hero, I would say.
And a lot of them clutch plays on 3rd downs, picking up 1st downs. It hasn't been underneath plays for 6 yards. 5 catches, 93 yards. He's been the downfield weapon. He's going to take a delay of game here. Trying to make some adjustments there, back him up 5 yards. They're on the 22-yard line, no longer under the shadow of his own end zone.
1st and 15. Let's see if Boogz tries to strike down the field. Maybe try to take the top off. He can get it really aggressive here. He can do whatever he wants offensively.
1st and 15. Boogz dropping back to pass. Big blitz brought by Spoto. Boyd left side makes another big catch at the 48-yard line. And let's throw it over to Rico. He's been watching our other game. What's going on, Rico?
After JS the Best was trailing 17-3, he has fought all the way back and taken a 24-23 lead with a minute and change remaining in the 4th quarter.
If that hangs on, we're going to see everyone at 1-1, similar to Group A.
It's crazy.
Anybody can go home still.
It's again, they said in the back, nobody's lives are on the line. Well, these game 2s have proven huge. As on 1st and 10, Boogz all sorts of time up the field. That's Julio. He hasn't had a big game. He's got a big gain, though, as he's up to the 14-yard line. Boogz looking to pour it on here with under a minute to go.
Red zone again for Boogz. Been living in that red zone. 1st and 10. Boogz looking to extend the lead and really max out his point differential. You know, great response from Boogz. Great bounce back game for him after suffering defeat in his first game.
First down and 10. 38 seconds remaining. Handoff to Fournette, trying to find some room on the left side. Spins back inside. He'll pick up 5. Setting up a 2nd and 5. Hey guys, keep it locked on the @Madden League Ops Twitter handle for live tournament coverage, content, news, updates, and more. Handoff to Fournette. Goes right side, spins back inside. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fournette, another first down.
Boogz calls his first time out of the second half as well. Again, trying to punch that ball in, get a touchdown here to close out the game.
How about the performance from Boogz? They're getting, I mean, Canes really poured it on second half in that first game against Boogz, and coming out after the loss, keeping focused against a guy who put max points on JS. He's up 17 and looking for more. 12 seconds remaining. Ball's on the 3-yard line. Got to think we're seeing Fournette one more time.
Yeah, look for the fullback dive here from either Gurley or he's going to go quarterback sneak in this instance. Sets up a 2nd and goal just inside the 1. 9 seconds remaining. 1 timeout remaining for Boogz.
Richmond.
Spoto not pinching his line. I would assume quarterback sneak here for Boogz.
And it is indeed, and he's into the end zone. Pour it on, Boogz, as he tops 30. It is 30-7 pending this extra point. It has been all Boogz all game long. And it came down to some mistakes from Spoto, a couple of turnovers, and Boogz, there was never any looking back.
Nope, no looking back. Max point differential, 31-7. Impressive game once again. I can't say that enough. Boogz going to be 1-1 with the +11. Spoto 1-1 with no point differential. And it's going to come down to the other game. Depending on what JS the best and Canes, that the outcome in that game, we'll be able to figure out what these players need to advance to the playoffs.
31-7. Prom, you mentioned this max point differential. What does that mean for the people out there that might not know what that means?
24 points is the max point differential. It's set at that because, you know, you don't want someone winning by 60. Someone may give up, and then, you know, they give up a lot of points. So it's set at the max is 24, and it's a huge mark to hit because if you beat these guys by 24, this type of competition,